Welcome to another video at If Flowers Could Talk. Out here in South Florida, it's about 93 degrees, but with the humidity, it feels like 101, really humid. So I'm gonna cool down and eat some amazing fruit. I'm gonna take a piece of watermelon. One more piece. Oh, so good. So that fruit was delicious. Now in this video, we're going to be unboxing an orange jasmine that I got, an orange blossom jasmine that I got online. Absolutely one of my favorite jasmines. And I also picked out a beautiful gardenia from Home Depot that we're gonna be repotting. So I ordered this orange blossom jasmine online. I've never seen one of these at my local nursery, but I did see a nice orange blossom bush, and it smelled so good, like orange blossoms, hence why the name. Now I just sliced this open right before recording because I was doing this with one hand, but I haven't opened this up yet, so we're gonna take a look at how this one looks. And I got this one online. So far it looks good. The box was a little crushed on the side, but otherwise totally fine, and it doesn't seem like the plant was harmed at all. So the soil is nice and chunky. Not sure exactly what it is, but it's nice and moist still. So I could leave it in here, but I'm gonna actually repot it in a nice pot about the same size because this is not a very big plant. We're gonna do that right now. So jasmines and gardenias like acidic soil, which means lower pH. So we ran to Lowe's right before recording to grab some soil acidifier, which will do the trick. All right, so we're gonna start up and pot this beautiful orange blossom jasmine that I just got in the mail a couple of days ago. I let it get acclimated, and now I'm gonna pot it. I'm gonna be using this Happy Frog potting soil. It has a lot of good stuff in it that'll help this plant. I'm also gonna be adding some soil acidifier. I'm gonna add a little peat moss and soil acidifier because these like slightly acidic soil, so that'll keep the pH acidic and low. This is really good stuff, so we're gonna get started. I just put 2 rocks on the bottom to cover the hole so the soil doesn't spill out as I'm pouring it in. So now I'm gonna add some peat moss. This will help the soil maintain an acidic pH level. Peat moss helps keep it nice and low. Not too much of this stuff because when this dries out a little bit, it cakes up and gets really hard. It's hard to rehydrate it. So I'm not gonna put too much, just a couple of handfuls. And we're gonna keep this plant pretty moist anyway, so it shouldn't cake up and get hard and dry out. But I don't wanna put too much just in case. So now I'm just gonna take this out of its original pot. The soil looks really, really loose in here, so I don't think this plant is root bound at all. I'm just squeezing the sides gently and it should come right out. Yeah, you can see there's still a lot of loose soil here. It's definitely not root bound at all. I'm just gonna take a drop of that soil off and that should be good just like that. So now we're just gonna add a little bit more soil. All right, so the root system on this plant isn't very big.
So I'm just gonna make a hole in the middle just to fit it. We don't need too much space right here, just enough to get it in there nice and snug. And there we go. Make sure it's nice and centered. Just pat it down. Not too hard, but just enough to get it in there nice and snug so it doesn't topple over. Now we're gonna put more soil over the top. And I like to leave about an inch between the soil and the top of the pot, or 2 inches, so when I water it, it's not just spilling over. Makes it a little bit easier. All right, so now time to add the soil acidifier. The packaging says to use 1 tablespoon for every 4 inches of pot if you're using it for potted plants. So this is a tablespoon and this is an 8-inch pot, so we're gonna do 2 tablespoons, spread it out like that. Just work it in a little bit just to get it in like the first 1/2 inch to inch of soil. Just get it in there. Now I have a balanced fertilizer. This is 14-14-14 Osmocote. Just a little sprinkle on top. Alright, so we got it potted up. This was the bamboo stick that came with it to give it a little support. You can see it's a young plant, so on windy days this thing might really start to move around. So I'm gonna give it some extra support. I have this little wooden trestle just laying around in the yard. So this I can put in until this plant gets a little bit bigger and sturdier.
All right, so we got the orange blossom jasmine all potted up. Now check out this pot. It's a really nice pot. It has like a marble texture to it. It has like a marble texture to it. It has a pattern. On camera it probably just looks regular white, but it's really nice. Has a nice smooth feel. We got the trestle for support. It looks beautiful now. In about 3 days, I'm gonna water it. Let the roots acclimate for 2 to 3 days before watering it, just to prevent any root rot. Let the roots get settled in, and it looks perfect. So I just got back from Home Depot, checking out all the plants and flowers. They got a nice selection today. I even came home with something. I've been wanting a nice gardenia for a while, and Gardina Amy was one of the ones on my list. They had this nice tree. Check out that trunk. This one's just gonna get bigger and bigger, and it's absolutely beautiful. See, the flowers on Gardina Amy are really big, and they smell just amazing. All right, so now it's time to repot the Gardina Amy. It's been a couple of weeks since my last video, so all of the blossoms flowered and fell off. So I'm gonna give them a nice haircut, trim up around the plant to encourage more growth, and put them into a nice pot. We're gonna do that right now.
So we're gonna start off by giving the plant a nice trim, give it a nice round shape. And as you trim this, it's gonna encourage more growth after repotting. Give it a couple of weeks.
So whenever I am repotting a plant, I like to get all of the old soil out, or as much as I can, especially when getting these from big box stores like Home Depot. They don't always use the best soils for these plants. All right, so I got all of the soil away from the roots. There's still a drop left. I don't want to totally bare root it, but this is enough. And it's gonna go through a little phase after repotting. The leaves might yellow up a little bit, but once the roots start growing, the new roots, you're gonna see new leaves coming out from the top, and this is going to look beautiful. So we have a nice glazed clay pot, and we're using the same ingredients as we did for the jasmine. Now normally I like to pre-mix my soil blends, but I'm doing this on a fly for the video. And we're gonna start off with a little of the Happy Frog soil, and I put a little bit of the peat moss on top. That'll help keep the pH in the soil lower, more acidic. And to help me even more, I'm using this soil acidifier that I got at Lowe's for $14.99, and it says to add 1 tablespoon for every 4 inches of pot. So this is a 12-inch pot, and we're gonna add 3 tablespoons. Now you could add different things to the soil to achieve this, but this is something you could find in all the stores, very easy to find. So I really like using that. And I'm gonna put a little of a balanced fertilizer. I like to use the 14-14-14 blend from Osmocote. Now we're just gonna mix this up and put the plant right in the center, right like that. And then I'm just gonna work the soil around the roots gently. Put a little bit more soil over the top. Now I wish I did have some mulch on hand, but I don't. I will be getting that later. And now I'm just gonna work a little bit more peat moss on top. It's coming together really nicely. And now we're just gonna finish it off with a little bit more fertilizer, and I'll definitely be giving you an update in a couple of months to show you how this turned out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had fun potting those plants up. Now all I need to do is maybe give a little top dressing of some mulch. You don't have to, but it would be a nice touch to keep the moisture in the pot and prevent some weeds. Now in my next video, I plan to do a walkthrough at Lowe's Garden Center. I already did one of Home Depot. You can go check that out. I'll leave you a link, a card above. You click that, you could watch that video, and I'll be at Lowe's in my next video. I'll probably pick up a bag of mulch. Now I'm just gonna relax. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.